Jim Jones was on the Joe Budden podcast, and he asked the question, did Cameron ever consider him a brother? He considered Cameron a brother, but did Cameron ever consider him a brother? Yeah, I'm going to show y'all the clip. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. 7 day. Hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button. We got memberships now, $1.99 a month. Let's go. You tuned in to the 7 Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
You hear what I said? I said I forgive, I just don't forget.
Don't forget, but your forget is like not forgiving.
No, you're just saying things will never be exactly the same again.
Yeah, nigga, I want it the same.
It's not, nigga, things never be.
Well, I don't care.
That's life don't work like that.
Well,
bro.
to me it do.
Why is that?
Don't worry.
Because it's just listen.
When a person shows you
Who they are, yes, we hear all that.
We know the rest.
and
listen,
when God sends you a sign,
I got it. I just feel like
we Dipset fans, nigga.
yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm still Dipset. I never said I wasn't
fans,
Dipset.
nigga.
I'm the one that been
Exactly.
holding the bird up for
gonna lie
all
to
y'all
you.
to say you're still Dipset. Else they would have been faded long time ago. None of y'all will remember who we are. I promise you that. Remember that.
You can't
I've been holding
remember-
this shit
you
up for
can't remember.
15 years by my lonely. Every time you saw a Dipset reunion, it was something that I actually put back together. Something that I reached back to do. Let's not do that. You heard?
So what does it take to get a real...
I don't know. Right now, I'm on my mission. I got to get my bag. I need all this money retroactive. I need 93. Then we could get back to what we doing. In the interim of me busting a move, you heard? But I need 93 right now.
But it's still equity you built.
Yeah, I get equity off it every day.
Oh, nah, man.
What happened?
Nah.
I understand as a fan what y'all want. I understand what you're used to for seeing because personal friends for watching us in the game come around the same time and things like that, and understand what people see for the brotherhood that they watch. Yeah, that was a time. This is my time. I got a whole nother mission. You heard?
Yes. For me, it's not about me.
Niggas got to respect my mission now. You
And
heard?
I respect the mission.
And I never down the bird. I still got the bird flying high. Still, you heard? Everything is about the bird.
When I listen to your album, you know, even when you don't say names, especially that first half of the album, it's a lot of references to we were brothers, we were this, we were that. For me, I want a reconciliation, not even as a fan, because I can go and listen to old records for that. I want y'all as brothers to come back together again and heal, even if you're on your own mission.
Even if the public didn't know nothing about it.
Even if I don't know shit about you, ain't got to tell us. We're all
Yeah, man.
How about this? How about you dealing with somebody you considered a brother, but all the time they might have not considered you a brother?
Do you think that's the case here?
Could be. Because my shit is on the line. Everybody see my love, you heard? And that's for all of my niggas. Niggas know how I move. Niggas know how I put it on the line, nigga.
I'll give you that.
Still to this day, I wake up out my bed for anybody that I love that need my help, no matter what the situation is. You dig? And yeah, sometimes I got to give it a long thought. But I'm one of them people, you heard? I never faltered, and I still don't right now. You
It's
dig?
instilled in you.
And you don't regret it.
What up, my people? You tuned into the 7 Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. Jim Jones had a very anticipated interview on the Joe Budden podcast. And once again, just like every other interview he's been doing, they brought up Cameron, and they really brought up the situation and the idea of forgiveness and kind of getting back. Like, yeah, somebody did something to you, but we gotta forgive, right? In order for us to be forgiven, we gotta forgive people. So I'm a big proponent of forgiving and giving people second chances, but not to the point where they just keep abusing you, keep hurting you, right? And that's where I think that's the point that Jim Jones is at, right? Queen's Flip was saying, look, you got to forgive and forget, and just let people, you got to forgive people for what they did, and then and get back to how y'all was. But after a certain amount of time, once people keep doing the same thing over again, how many times can you just forgive and forget? You can forgive all you want, right? But that doesn't mean you have to have the same relationship you had with them before they did what they did. And Jim Jones is at that point where I think Cameron has done and said enough things to him that it's like, all right, this ain't a mistake no more. Like, and he said, is it a mistake? Is it a mistake if you do it consciously? Like, if you know you're making this mistake, you know what you're doing. Is it a mistake? Right? And look, people have bad errors in their life, right? Where they might have been living in a way where they knew what they was doing is wrong, but they still did it right. We all had times of our lives where we knew what we was doing was wrong, but we still did it anyway. But we still was able to change later in life. So that can happen too. But I believe Jim Jones is past the point of redemption. Is probably as far as redeeming his relationship with Cameron. It's sad. It's a sad day. It's a sad day in hip hop. I'm gonna be honest, especially for somebody who was growing up, who watched Cameron, Jim Jones, Jewels, Dipset the whole way. I watched Jim Jones, Cameron through their whole career when they first got in the music business, their first albums to all the way till today. Been watching the whole time. I was a super Diplomats fan. People argue whether Diplomats was bigger than G Unit. I think G Unit was more. But definitely more people were a fan of G Unit, I believe. But Diplomats was, to me, my favorite. To me, Diplomats was I like Diplomats more than I like G Unit, in my opinion. Growing up, I was a teenager growing up when these albums was coming out, or a young adult, a teenager, like adolescence. So man, this is a sad day to hear that. Yeah, he probably he thinks that Cameron never even considered him a brother. That's how he feels, because if you considered yourself a brother, why? If Cameron considered Jim Jones a brother, then why does he keep making these comments? Why does he keep doing this stuff, right? To disrespect their relationship and disrespect Jim Jones. And then also the one that's been putting on for the Diplomats, Jim Jones said it. He said he's the one that's been putting on. He's the one that everything Diplomats related. He's the one who started it. Who is putting on these events and all these showings of the Diplomats. It's him that's running it and putting it together. It's not Cameron. A lot of times, just like Jewels and Jim Jones walked out with Tank. Cameron wasn't there. He wasn't there walking out with that's the Diplomats. Supposed to be, right? But Cameron wasn't there. So he's the one that's been representing Diplomats to the fullest, right? Him. He's the main one. And he's still putting out music. Shout out to his album on the church steps. So yeah. It's sad to hear that they will never get together. You're not gonna see a Diplomats reunion. Or they're not even gonna have that brotherhood they once had. Like when they was coming up, they was two of the tightest groups, one of the tightest people in hip hop. Was just seeing their brotherly relationship, how they interacted with each other, how they treat each other, right? It's sad to hear that. Yeah, man. I don't think Cameron considered me a brother at all. I considered him a brother, but he probably didn't consider me a brother, and he said that's probably the case in this situation. But you never know. In time, we never thought Cam and Mace probably never thought they was gonna get back together. You see, they doing a show and everything now. So you never know. Anything can happen in the future. We don't know what the future holds. So anything can happen, but it is sad to hear that it might not even be able to happen. It might not even be able to have a reconciliation. It's that far gone. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. We got memberships now, $1.99 a month. Shout out to the first member, Angela Reddick. Shout out to the other two members, my son, Dimitri. Love you. And John Paul. Shout out. Love y'all. Thanks to everybody who watches, who likes, who subscribes. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.
You're now listening to the 7 Day Theory. Hard body, hard soul, hard